Oxbridge is secure. You can be sure that your child will get the best quality available here in Nigeria. You can be sure that your child is in a safe environment where they will thrive. There is a good community. Students are not mean, students are welcoming, and teachers are always ready to help. Teachers offer a lot of support, so there is no, your students don't feel alone basically. There's a lot of help and support in all aspects, from education to non-academic life, to ensure that everybody enjoys their time here at Oxbridge. I've learned how to be a better person in terms of relating to people. I've also learned a lot about myself, about what I can do, what I like, what I don't like, what environments I work best in. I've learned teamwork, I've learned how to be responsible, keeping to time, and things like that.
When she set out to establish Nigeria's first specialist sixth form college in 1993, Dr. Femi Ogunsoya was well aware that she was sailing in uncharted and potentially perilous waters. A veteran educationist with degrees in botany and microbiology from the Universities of Lagos, Nigeria, and Bristol in the United Kingdom, Dr. Ogunsoya had previously lectured in the Faculty of Science at the University of Lagos for 10 years, after which she relocated to London as a research fellow at the University College London for 3 years before her eventual return to Nigeria to set up the Pioneer School, which till date remains the firmest post-secondary institution of its kind in Nigeria, Oxbridge Tutorial College. For one, the absence of any such institution in the land prior to our intervention and the prevailing attitude to innovation and change in these parts, which in many cases is more adversarial than supportive, presented a multiplicity of challenges, many of them inherent in setting up any new and worthwhile venture. But rather than be intimidated by these challenges, Dr. Ogunsoya saw only the opportunity created by an obvious gap in the proper preparation of A-level students for the critical transition to tertiary education in Nigeria and, more importantly, abroad. Armed with her experience in the UK and the template set by the specialist sixth form colleges in that country, she embarked on a mission to fully prepare students for the successful pursuit of higher education at recognized institutions across the world, notably via the Cambridge International Examination, success in which gives students admission to the world's best universities in the UK as well as the US, Canada, and beyond. By giving them the benefits of 21st century teaching and learning tools, access to highly skilled tutors, facilitators, and mentors in various fields of study, and an enrichment program whose robust curriculum content and leadership training, complemented by international and local learning trips, are structured to give students a keener awareness of their world and the ability to develop excellent soft skills for success in maximizing social, business, and professional relationships anywhere in the world.
One of the things that's the testimonial of a lot of the students is that they gain the ability for independent studying. And therefore, they are encouraged a lot with research methodologies, independent studies. They are taking ownership of their own studying abilities and making sure that they are able to produce the sort of quality of work that's needed for international exams, because it sets the Cambridge international exams. I believe a lot in leadership, because if they have the leadership skills, it also is reflected in their classroom performance.
Situated at 49 Shobo Arobiodo Street in the serene, leafy, and comfortable surroundings of the government reservation area of Ikeja, Lagos, Nigeria's commercial hub and cultural melting pot, Oxbridge boasts of a plethora of world-class facilities and amenities to give its students a foretaste of the experience they can rightly expect at some of the world's leading universities, and more. Some of the facilities include new purpose-built state-of-the-art science laboratories, new purpose-built state-of-the-art computer facilities, on-site boarding facilities for girls, and off-site hostel facilities for boys. Multimedia facilities including projectors for up-to-date teaching techniques, air-conditioned classrooms, VSAT broadband connection for all students, continually expanding library and associated resources, gated and secure premises, catering facilities with an air-conditioned dining hall, and on-site medical facilities. The educational model offered by Oxbridge Tutorial College is predicated on one fundamental principle: that every student has the potential to fully succeed in life, so long as he or she is inspired to learn and empowered to thrive in a dynamic world. But the success Oxbridge strives to foster in its students and alumni goes beyond attaining academic excellence, as crucial as that is. It also has to do with encouraging students to develop their passions and extracurricular interests through active participation in artistic, musical, literary, scientific, and sporting activities with a view to developing the values of community spirit, leadership skills, teamwork, empathy, and integrity. As the school's head explains, it is a package of inclusive excellence and exceptional education designed to meet the needs of today's complex and interconnected world.
We imbibe new ideas. We have a think tank here at Oxbridge where we sit down and brainstorm. What is happening in organizations is we've also borrowed into an institution like Oxbridge. We have evolved. We started with the traditional A-level program, and not just traditional in the sense of traditional 2 years. No, we started with the accelerated A-levels. And from there we progressed, we introduced the traditional one that is now for the 2 years. That students will come in and stay with us 2 years. After which, in the last 13 years, we introduced the International Foundation Year, the NC UK Foundation Program. And in between, we've introduced so many programs to see that we are not static. But beyond that, Oxbridge has also introduced the newest of the lots, which is the Oxbridge Academy. And because we are thinking in the future. And the Oxbridge Academy is not now A-levels. It's the first year of university, where students that are done with us will move on to our academy and do their first year of the UK university with them before progressing to the UK to do the remaining 2 years, as against 3 years after A-levels. It shows that, yes, we are moving.
In line with the school's stated mission, which is to provide qualitative, cost-effective, and value-driven education at post-school and pre-college level with the aid of internationally recognized curricula and assessment tools, the educational model of Oxbridge does not try to spoon-feed students or to cram their heads with theories, which can only have the result of making them passive recipients of information and facts rather than active participants in the learning process, but allows each student a unique latitude to develop an individual learning plan in line with his or her targets and aspirations. Students are also encouraged to self-evaluate their daily progress as well as the lessons learned and insights gained in the course of each day in so-called gratitude and reflection journals. With the aid of an organized portfolio of useful academic documents, they are able to share in the responsibility of attaining their academic targets as an integral part of the tripod comprising the school's management and faculty, their parents, and themselves.
There are core values that we imbibe in these students, and each Oxbridge student, we want each of them to be the representation of those core values, so that anywhere we get to and you see an Oxbridge student, due to the character, the attitude of that student, you know that yes, this is a good student. So we want a holistic students.
I am not saying that I had all the wealth of knowledge and all the experiences at Oxbridge, but I had a good foundation, at least a start, for how it was to be a good student and plan my time effectively. Oxbridge really cultured me to study well and prepare well because I knew what was at stake. So Oxbridge taught me how to just be more proactive as a person, because life is really like that. It's not about getting strong academics alone. You can't just be focused on one aspect, because life is not like that. As a parent that is concerned about the success of their child, that you need somewhere with the right resources, somewhere with the right teachers, somewhere with the right people, with the right material. There are a lot of resources for a serious student to be able to succeed and do well.
The tutoring and mentoring program at Oxbridge Tutorial College, though primarily geared at helping students compete favorably for highly sought-after places in top universities around the world, especially in the United Kingdom, Ireland, and the United States, as well as in Nigeria, in pursuit of professional excellence and career success, is also geared at raising a generation of individuals who are globally aware, technologically savvy, passionate about the environment, as well as positive social transformation, and intellectually adventurous. Tutors across the board have this lofty objective at the back of their minds every time they engage the awards, inside and outside of classroom, laboratories, or studios.
As a school, we run on blended learning platform, so that you can have your learning space both virtually and in the real world. Last academic year, we had a student from our school who represented Team Nigeria in the global robotics competition. That is advancement. That is bridging the gap. That is not what you see of a typical Nigerian school.
It was really a true test of my individuality, and I was hit with different situations that I had to think of how to get around them and how to excel in those situations. So I feel like the life lessons that I've learned from passing through Oxbridge has to do with perseverance, diligence, excellence, and generally tolerance for other people as well.
In a world of strife arising from age-old conflicts, cultural misunderstanding, and competing narratives of history, the ability to understand and appreciate cultures other than one's own, to appreciate narratives of history and cultural sensibilities arising from them, and to construct models of peaceful communication across ethnic, religious, and political divides is an ability in urgent demand today, especially on the part of coming generations who are destined to live in a world being defined by terrorism, mass migration, and the adverse effects of climate change, to name just 3 of the greatest challenges facing humanity today. The training offered by the Arts and Social Sciences section of Oxbridge Tutorial College is designed precisely for such a generation, in a bid to equip them with the tools to tackle these challenges head-on and resolve them with confidence and respect.
The mantra today is adaptability. If you are good, if you're adaptable, you can rise in a situation, you can rise in any challenging or non-challenging environment. And I think we are preparing students for that. We give them research skills. I also teach research, how to do research. So we have what is called project-based learning, where we teach them how to research and how to write. And so all these skills are given to the students so that when they step out, they're ready.
They teach us about responsibility, which we incorporate in every single thing that we do. Respect, integrity, commitment, and excellence.
Oxbridge has helped me to realize a lot of my inner abilities, things that I didn't even know were in me. They have brought it out. I have developed a lot in my public speaking and my leadership skills, and also learned a very important lesson that your first impression does make a very good mark, and you need to make sure that your first impression in anybody is rather adequate, because that's what will stick in their mind, regardless of however your relationship will advance. That's what they will always have behind their head. And also that you need to be at your best behavior at all times, and having a good reputation will take you very far in your life.
According to Stephen R. Covey, in his best-selling book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, human beings as members of a society go through 3 major transitions, namely dependence, independence, and interdependence. The same is true of progressive and forward-looking institutions such as Oxbridge Tutorial College. Over the years, Oxbridge has built and nurtured a unique and mutually rewarding range of partnerships with a vast array of educational and intergovernmental bodies, both local and foreign. One of its most notable such partnerships is with the Northern Consortium of UK Universities, NCUK, an educational charity comprising a number of universities in the north of England, which provides university grounding for international students as preparation for study outside their home country. The group guarantees all students who pass one of its programs a place in a suitable course at one of its owner universities, who are also closely involved in the quality assurance and scrutiny of its programs. In the over 1 decade of this partnership, Oxbridge students have consistently recorded outstanding results that have won the praise of the consortium, with the resulting placements in highly coveted places in its member universities. Recently, the school launched a new partnership with the Dublin International Foundation College for its second medical pathway, where students spend 1 semester at Oxbridge and then proceed to Ireland to complete the remaining 2 semesters.
We don't compare ourselves with any other college here. We look at bettering whatever we have here, and we compare with sixth form colleges outside the country. So we also make sure we put things in place so that by the time our students are graduating from here and they travel outside the country, the curriculum they have here, the style of teaching they're exposed here is not different from what they will be getting when they eventually settle in the UK. They won't be having culture shock, they won't be having academic shock, because all these things are the things we've experienced there.
In less than 2 months, I have won awards. I've been to many programs, I have participated in many extracurricular activities, and this is just in these 2 months. So I can only imagine that in a year, how much am I going to get to learn? And that's with every other student. Every student here gets an opportunity to speak up. In the assemblies, we have Toastmaster competitions and everything else like that. So every student does get an opportunity to participate. So in 2 months, I've taken so much. So definitely in a year, every student will get much more.
Oxbridge has brought out the best in me. It has shown me that I can always walk beyond what I think is my potential. Like, the sky is no more the limit. And also, the core values I've learned from Oxbridge is the most important one are respect and integrity, and they're very important in our daily life.
This distinguished record of performance in examinations like the Cambridge International and others, which is a direct result of its innovative academic, extracurricular, and other programs and initiatives, has not escaped the attention and admiration of relevant stakeholders, along with a deluge of awards, recognitions, and accolades. One of the most gratifying of these is the British Council International School Award, awarded since 1999 to schools like Oxbridge, which are leading the way in instilling a global element into the learning experience of our young people. The 2017 award to Oxbridge Tutorial College recognized its enviable record in implementing teaching and learning skills that promote global thinking and build global citizens who will shape the future. At the center of the school's story, of course, is the student. Over the years, Oxbridge has been made proud by many brilliant students who have flown the school's and indeed Nigeria's flag, not only in examinations, but in inter-school and international competitions in Nigeria and beyond, such as the World Robotics Championships in Washington, D.C., USA in July 2017, at which Toluagoro represented the nation with distinction as part of Team Nigeria. While some have gone on to stellar educational, professional, and business careers upon leaving Oxbridge and their respective universities, Others are still in this school doing exploits in preparation to follow the footsteps of their illustrious predecessors.
They don't just provide avenues on how to easily get into the university without any stress or any cost-effective problem that the parent might be going through, but it also gives the child a way to easily understand what the child is being taught, because the A-level system could be faster than the foundation system, that's the IFY. So it juggles that sort of knowledge that the child will have in order to be successful eventually. So I would definitely advise you as a parent to definitely bring your child to Oxbridge. Not only because of that, but also because of the lessons that the child will learn.
Oxbridge carries a legacy. Even in the next 100 years, the standard cannot drop. We are at such a high point that you can't even believe that we're Nigerian. Oxbridge also breeds other skills. I'm a DJ, an artist, and sometimes I dabble in singing. And all of that has been learnt in just 7 weeks of Oxbridge. No matter how much you read, you must still know how to develop your other skills. So I don't think I'll be lacking anything when I go out to the world.
Apart from its academic program, which the school tutors students in such courses as physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics, further mathematics, history, economics, business studies, geography, society and politics, English and literature, amongst others. Oxbridge program also incorporates a robust arts curriculum in which students are guided to stretch the limits of their natural talents in draftsmanship and use of color, as well as their powers of observation and imagination, enhancing proficiency in the use of materials and the development of various methods to achieve desired visual outcomes is a core objective of the school's educational program as far as this subject is concerned. An equally robust extracurricular program also sees Oxbridge students pitting their skills and wits against one another in sporting activities such as football, table tennis, and basketball. The school's gymnasium offers the students the opportunity to keep in shape. Other extracurricular activities include indoor games such as chess and other board games, as well as dance and graphic design. Club activities include the Exodus Club, Master Chef, Oxpress, and Entrepreneur Club. Indeed, Oxbridge Tutorial College in Lagos, Nigeria's first and foremost specialist sixth form college, can look back with a deep sense of pride at an illustrious journey characterized by unmatched achievements since its foundation in 1993. A journey that has taken no small amount of courage, dedication, and single-minded commitment to excellence on the part of the school's founder, Dr. Femi Ogunsanya, and her team of highly qualified and passionate administrators, tutors, facilitators, and mentors. In the same spirit, Oxbridge Tutorial College can look forward with hope and confidence to the future as it constantly reinvents itself to surmount the challenges and maximize the opportunities of a future that promises to be both challenging and exciting in equal measure.
Oxbridge will expand. At the moment, we have the one campus. Oxbridge should now move on to having second, third campuses as well. And also will improve on the stream, on the pathways that we deliver as well. And who knows, we can move on to higher tertiary.